Hey everybody, I had some internet issues during the live presentation and apologize for that. I thought I'd re-record the demo part of it for everybody if you guys are interested, hopefully this time without any interruptions. So the last slide of the event that I presented was this demo slide, and this is kind of like the sample application that I wanted to show you guys. It basically has a serverless workflow running on, of course, the Cogito runtime, and our workflow is going to process new orders. In order to do that, we have to contact the human task service and the rule service. The rule service to evaluate the new order, see if it can auto approve it, and then the human task service is actually for if a manual or a manager, in this case, approval for the order is needed. So it kind of shows that side of Cogito, the human decision part, which is very powerful. The serverless workflow is going to be instantiated via events. As we saw in the video, we went through the code. And to do that, there is two type of almost like endpoints. One is the REST service, which can take HTTP requests or some sort of interaction with the end user UI, for example, as we're going to do in the demo, and create a cloud event, which is then going to be posted on a Kafka topic. Another way to trigger our orchestration is via dropping an order file. In this demo, it's a JSON file that we just want to drop into a directory, which is going to be picked up by Apache Camel, and then Camel route is actually also going to generate a cloud event that gets pushed on Kafka that triggers an instance of our orchestration workflow. So I'm going to just start the application. Again, we're gonna run this application on Quarkus. It decides he wants to download half the internet again, which is fine. So anyways, this application runs on Quarkus. Same type of thing can be run on Spring Boot with just minor changes to some REST endpoint definitions. So if you're a Spring Boot user, you can easily change this around a little bit and have the same thing running on Spring Boot. Our applications has started, and what we're going to do is, this is the GitHub repository also for the source code, where you can get it, and I'll link this video in the README, so I don't have to rewrite everything that we're showing here. All right, so once you started the demo, oops, if I can type. We have a little UI here, which has two parts. It really has like 4 tables, but the top tables show, because the Cogito runtime is event-based runtime as well, so it's not only we can consume events to start processes or workflow instances or decision services, we can also the runtime also issues events when anything happens. So for example, in this case, we want to track all the workflow instances that get generated and see their state. On the right side, we also see that the human decision service that Cogito has. Also, we can get the cloud events from that as well. The first thing, what we're going to do is see the bottom part. So let's drop a file into a directory the route is watching and see if we can actually start a process. So for this, I do have, I believe here, I have a test order file. It's just simple JSON that has a cost of 200 and a shipment of regular. In this case, this should be auto approved, and we do not need manager approval. So just to see the UI as well, update, I'm gonna lower this, and let's copy test order to our orders directory. When this happens, our instance should get started. As you can see, it did start. We see in our UI got updated. We have instantiated an instance of our orders workflow. This is its internal ID, and it has completed right away. Here in order decisions, we see that our instance, which is the same as here, so our order went through and got approved, auto approved by our business rule service that our orchestration workflow called. Now let's try again the same thing through the UI. This is also another table where you can create new orders. So let's say it's Tihomir, ship to my address, regular. Let's say I want an Xbox with costs, I don't know, I'm just making it up, $3,000. Now in case of this cost, and let's say we want an overnight shipment type, our rules service is going to say, no, sorry, we cannot auto approve this. We need to manage your decision. So when we create this, as you see, a couple of things happened. On top workflow instances, we see we have another instance of our orders workflow that we created with a different ID, but its state is active, which means, okay, the rule said, service said, no, we can auto approve, and we came to the human decision service, and now our workflow is in a wait state. Here on the human decision instances, we see, okay, we have an instance of human decision, and it's in ready state. And here on under manager approval, and you know, in your company, you guys can do that the way via emails, via some custom UI, whatever you feel like it. In this demo, we just show it on the same page. We see that we have an order number. The ID should match this one. The task ID should match this task ID, so it's this workflow instance and this human decision service instance, and the cost is 3,000, which one we put in here. Now, as a manager, I have now the ability to approve or deny. When I do this, it's going to tell the human decision service, hey, we've completed the decision with this particular outcome, either approve or deny. Is going to continue the workflow instance. At the end, our workflow orchestration workflow is going to generate the cloud event, which gets posted back on the topic, and we will update our order decision table. Let's say $3,000 is too much for an Xbox. We're just going to click on deny, and let's see what happens. So our first of our workflow instance, which was in active state, which was waiting on a human decision, which we just did, went from active to completed. We also see that our human decision service said, okay, we had a human decision which was in a ready state, and this is also completed. And on the bottom, what we see that this particular workflow instance, which would match this one, which we just completed with the denying it, is in denied state. So yeah, I mean, you guys go ahead and play with this if you guys want to. Leave any questions in the comments. Again, for you guys that have watched the live event, thank you for watching. Thank you for your interest. And you guys have a great night. Bye.